Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Erika Eleniak. She's just awesome. I like her as an actress and as a personality. TV's Baywatch was her breakout performance, although she had been an established actress for quite a while before that. Among her other notable appearances were in the movies Under Siege and the Beverly Hillbillies. She continued to do a lot of good acting jobs. I think Erika really knocked it out of the park with the Beverly Hillbillies movie as Millie Mae Clampett. I'm a huge fan of the TV series, and I love the movie too. They didn't give Erika an easy part to play. In one way, she had to make the character her own. In another way, she still had to give fans of the old TV show something that they expected to see from the classic character. Personality-wise, Erika was a good match for the Donna Douglas portrayal, but she didn't try to be a carbon copy, and it paid off. She's not one of those actresses that you think of as being a child actress, but that's what she started out as. Her first role was a small part in the movie E.T. when she was just 12 years old. And then she had worked pretty steady after that in film and television, but nothing, I don't know why it took so long for her to take off, but I think she just had to grow into adulthood before, she really got a chance to be noticed. She was, in 1988, one of the victims of The Blob when they did that remake movie of The Blob. And, yeah, then after that, it just kind of took a while for her to really get going. In 1989, she got the part of Shawnee MacLaine in Baywatch, one of the first Baywatch babes. And that ran until 1992 for her. And then after that, she got into the film Under Siege, the big hit Steven Seagal movie. And she played the female lead in that one. And then ever since then, she's really been popular in movies and TV shows. She's always working, even if some of it is like B movies. She's just always been working. But even during the time when she was on Baywatch, she was already getting so noticed. She was in Playboy pictorials and things like that. And one thing I will say is that, Baywatch, not to be mean, but most of the girls on that show are not really the greatest actresses. They don't really have a lot of ability. Erika is one of the few that can actually really act. I mean, she does a good job. She can play different characters. She can be funny. She can be serious. She's not just a model in a very small one piece. She actually has ability, which I think is great. And then after Under Siege, she got into the Beverly Hillbillies movie where she played Ellie Mae, and she did a really great job of that, by the way. It's not exactly like Donna Douglas in the TV series, but it's her own interpretation of it, and it really works. I like the TV series, and I like the movie too. I think they should have made a series of them. The movie did well enough financially, they just didn't want to continue it as a series. I don't know why not. The movie still holds up, I think. It's still just as funny as it ever was all these years later. And then she's done some movies where she was good in them, but maybe the movies weren't so good. One movie that people really trash on is the Tales of the Crypt movie called Bordello of Blood, where she was the female lead in that one opposite Dennis Miller. And I will say this. I thought the movie was good. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a great movie. The one thing that hurts it for me is the very end, in the last just maybe few seconds of the story. That's what kind of ended up killing the whole thing. If you can watch it up to that point, and if they just cut it off at that point, it would have been, I still think it would have been a great movie, but not a spoiler alert so far, but the last about minute or so of it's going to disappoint you. But I think probably the worst movie that she was ever in was in 2004, and this movie was called Dracula 3000. And this movie, it had a lot of good actors in it. Why it was such dump is anybody's guess. It had Casper Van Dien in it. It had Tiny Lister in it. It was supposed to be a sci-fi movie, horror movie blend. They were in space, and for some reason Dracula was there. And as much as I like her and as good of an actress as she is, she was almost not enough to warrant watching that movie because it was just bad film. But that's about the worst. If you have just one real clunker in such a long, full career, that's not so bad. I thought it was cool when she actually started doing autograph signings and Hollywood shows and everything, and she really seems to like that. She liked doing that. The Ellie Mae character, going back to that again, was so great because so extremely unsophisticated, but yet still so extremely sexy too at the same time. That was an interesting portrayal. I know that she has said that that's her favorite movie out of all of them that she's done because she really liked the cast. She thought the cast was awesome. And I will agree. I do think that they had a great cast in that movie. These glamour shots that she does are always really great too. She knows how to pose and model. There's a lot of good looking actresses out there that don't really know how to pose. But she was quite good at modeling too, besides acting. This the dark hair with the orange dress. That's a rather unique look for her, but it worked. She pulled it off. Who would think that she would look just as good in dark hair, you know? You always see her as a blonde. But back in the 90s, before Pamela Anderson really hit her stride from Baywatch, she would have been, Erika Eleniak would have definitely have been the best known Baywatch girl before Pamela Anderson hit. Thank you very much for watching this tribute to Erika Eleniak. I hope that you have enjoyed her work as much as I have over the years. And she has talent and everything. You could watch these movies years from now. They will hold up forever. She will always look good in these movies. And the movies are just well done.